All right, so I'm going to explain to you why most coaches never get 100 calls booked a month. Most people think the answer is better scripts, outreach, or better setters, but it's completely wrong. What people chase is the scripts, the outreach, and trying to get better setters, but really that's not it at all. The real answer is 100 plus booked calls per month infrastructure that allows you to have that, not a setter problem. Elite agencies or coaching businesses don't rely on a great setter. They have a system that consistently produces great results. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you what that system is. So performance is a result of infrastructure, full stop. The hidden machine behind every elite setting team. So clients see the surface. What drives results lives entirely below the waterline, invisible, systematic, and deliberately built. It's not just a setter. Clients see calls being booked, calendars filling up, consistent pipeline growth. What they don't see is the recruiting systems, the talent sourcing, the rigorous interviewing process of hundreds, if not thousands of setters, training frameworks to be created, management structures, performance reviews. The best appointment setting teams operate more like sports organization than freelance teams. The infrastructure is the product. Okay. Sourcing. So step one is sourcing talent at scale. The biggest mistake agency owners make is hiring from whoever applies. Reactive hiring produces average results at best. Elite organizations don't wait for talent to show up. They engineer a constant compounding flow of candidates. They recruit every week, treat sourcing as an ongoing function, not a one-time event. They're always looking for new talent. They build talent pipelines, maintaining a warm bench of pre-qualified candidates at all times, so there's people always ready. They create referral networks, so your best setters know other great setters. They leverage that. So more candidates equals higher standards. The goal isn't finding one setter, it's building a pool of setters, which is what I do at my business, for example. Why we interview hundreds to find a few? Volume isn't inefficiency, it's this main strategy. Top performers are rare, and the revenue gap between an average setter and an elite one can easily exceed tens of thousands of dollars per month. That gap justifies the filtering process completely. So most agency owners review a handful of applications, interview 5 people, hire one, and hope for the best. Elite organizations, the best coaches, the best agencies, review hundreds of candidates, interview dozens rigorously, and hire selectively based on the evidence. Elite talent is discovered through volume and filtering, not luck. The process itself is a competitive advantage. So what separates the top 1%? So the skills can be taught. Character usually can't be taught. The highest performing setters share the same core traits. And these are what elite teams screen for above anything else. So number one is coachability. To be able to implement feedback, immediately, not eventually. They apply it on the very next call. Competitiveness. They want to win and they track their numbers obsessively. So someone who's obsessed with being a setter. Not someone who's looking just to be financially free or have a good job. Someone who's actually competitive. Resilience. Rejection is daily in this role. Elite setters absorb it and move on to the next call without skipping a beat. They're not fazed by it in any way. That's just a no-brainer. Accountability. They own their results. They don't have excuses, no blame shifting and no finger pointing. They take the accountability for when they don't perform. Consistency. Execute the process regardless of mood, motivation, or momentum every single day. So if you can find someone who's like this, you're very close to finding them, or very close to finding a top 1% performer. Hiring is where most teams break. A great interview does not equal a great hire. Most businesses get seduced by confidence and charisma, both of which are easy to perform for 45 minutes and impossible to sustain over months. Most businesses hire on confidence in the room, charisma, energy, sales buzzwords, and stories. But elite teams, the best of the best, hire on predictable, demonstrable behavior that they've demonstrated in their career, a verifiable track record, speed of learning and adaptation, how good they are at adapting, and long-term cultural fit. Do they fit the business? Are they the right kind of employee that you're looking for? Not someone who wants to be, a laptop lifestyle entrepreneur so they can travel and have fun and work for you. You want someone who's basically a nerd. Someone who's going to stay home and produce very good results for you and isn't worried about lifestyle and showing off. The objective isn't filling a role. It's protecting performance standards. Every bad hire degrades the entire team's output. So step 4 is why training never stops. Many businesses train once during onboarding and consider the job done. Elite organizations understand that markets evolve, offers evolve, buyer psychology evolves. The moment training stops, performance begins to decline. So number 1 is weekly coaching. So regular group and one-to-one sessions to sharpen messaging and technique. This is weekly. This happens weekly. Many clients that I have, that I have before they worked with us, they used to train their setters and then just try and micromanage them. They didn't have time to weekly coach them, but that's what we do. Call analysis and DM and making sure that the person is sending the right kind of messages. Review real calls to identify patterns, what's working, what isn't. Messaging optimization, continuously refine scripts based on market feedback and conversion data. Number 4 is skill development. Targeted development plans for each setter on their individual gaps. So every setter is going to fall short in some area. So you need to design a plan and design your training in a way that helps them specifically. Performance reviews, structured feedback loops that reinforce accountability and track progress over time. Okay, so step 4. Step 5, management is the multiplier. Even the most talented setters fail without consistent leadership. Management isn't about control, it's about maintaining the standards that produce predictable results for your company. The best setters in the world need coaches. Elite athletes don't graduate beyond coaching, neither do the setters. Everyone needs to be kept in line. So clear KPIs, everyone knows exactly what success looks like, no ambiguity. So you should have numbers that your setters aspire to reach and aim to reach. Daily accountability, so check-ins and stand-ups that keep performance visible and momentum high. So making sure that you're checking in with them and they're checking in with you every day. Performance tracking, real-time data surfaces problems before they become a pattern. So if you can see someone making a mistake, you can fix it before it becomes a regular habit. Leadership oversight. So senior leadership stays close enough to intervene early and coach proactively. So you don't just want to leave people to their own devices. Yes, you do to some degree, but you want to make sure people are performing in the right way every single day. The real reason some teams produce 100 calls every month, it isn't because they found a magical setter. It's because they engineered a complete ecosystem where all 4 pillars work together and results become predictable by design, not by accident. So number 1 is the talent acquisition. Finding candidates continuously through proactive, systematic sourcing, constantly looking for setters, right? And basically interviewing them. Talent selection, filtering aggressively to protect the standards of the team, making sure you're finding the right person. Talent development, training relentlessly so setters compound in skill over time. So you're training them once or twice a week, every week. Talent management, leading consistently so performance never dips below standard. Okay, when all 4 work in concert, results stop being random and start being repeatable. Why clients work with us, Apex Setting. So most coaches and agency owners don't want to spend months recruiting setters, reviewing hundreds of applications, building training systems, and managing daily performance. That's exactly why Apex Setting, my business, exists. We built the infrastructure already. Elite sourcing, so continuously sourcing ambitious, high-performance sales talent at scale. So every single day, every month, let's say, we're talking to hundreds and hundreds of setters. Rigorous vetting, identifying the top performers through volume-based, evidence-driven selection. Next is continuous training, developing setters relentlessly so they improve every single week. And next is daily management, so accountability, coaching, and performance tracking built into every single day. So every setter that we place into a business has gone through rigorous interviewing, training, regular training, weekly training. They basically are a part of our team. And then once we hand them over and make them perform in your business, they take that skill with them into your business. Instead of spending months building the machine yourself, you plug into one that's already running at full speed, which is what my business provides: apex setting, elite appointment setters, elite infrastructure, predictable growth. This is my website here. These are some of the clients, some of the coaches that we've worked with, and yeah, basically what we do is we find clients for you to jump on a sales call. We have end-to-end follow-up with them. We have open conversations with them. And overall, we basically take a setter, we hire them, we train them up rigorously, and then we place them in your business. So from the sourcing to the interviewing, to the hiring, to the weekly training, to the management, everything's taken care of. It's a premium service. It is not a cheap service for people who just want to get some more leads. It's for people who already have 10, 20, 30, 40 clients and want to take things to the next level. Usually we work with people who are making a minimum 30 to 40,000 a month, and people who want to scale to 100k a month and beyond. If that sounds like you, and you want to build this system, or you want to be trained on how to build it, then click the link in the bio and I can help you. Cheers.